"8:15. Roland still isn't here yet. You know, if we're a half hour late for this pitch meeting, we'll be laughed out of the room."
Mr. Rose, you're stressing me out. And I just chucked a bottle of CBD oil.
Patrick and I will need to get to the store at some point.
David, your father and Stevie can use all the help they could get.
Help?
I said support, dear.
Listen, I think it's a very good sign that they've sent a jet.
There's a jet? Can I come?
I already asked.
I'll swap out with
I already
Stevie.
asked.
Stevie, you're gonna be great. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Stevie, let's move.
Hey, Stevie, make sure they feed him lots of booze on this right.
Johnny! Woo! Look at me! I'm you! I can't believe your suit fits me. We're completely different sizes, and I have a much more athletic
You
build.
did not shave or cut your hair?
He looks the same age as the day I met him. Oh, I'm sure he's just as handsome as he's ever been.
Boys, this time tomorrow, your store may be the official supplier of Rosebud motels across the continent.
I have nothing but confidence, Mr. Rose.
Rolly, there's bits in your pocket. There was a lot of onions in it. Oh, goodbye, my conquistadors. We are all relying on... No, we're cheering you on.
Just wave. Just wave. All right.
That's so cute.
Yay!
They would have never done this back in the day, babe.
No.
That's adorable.
So, Jay, can I come? I already asked.
I didn't even. I was like, I was on
I'm
that.
sorry, Obvious. The answer was no.
Oh my gosh.
No, you would have fucking balled the place when the wall was that tall.
Can you maybe stop with the drum circle? I'm just not feeling great.
This and what? We move our business? I mean, New York would be a good market for it, especially if we start supplying all those other motels.
Oh my god,
Oh my God,
David, look
they're
at this
all
one.
getting way ahead
It
of
overlooks
themselves.
the park.
Holy shit!
I would have my own bathroom. And oh my god, your bedroom would have one of those little beds that comes down from the wall.
If we're 2 people, we would get the master bedroom.
But I have a lot of coats.
I have been looking forward to seeing Kerry Washington in that all-female revival of 12 Angry Men.
Okay, David, I'm gonna have to like bring you down to earth for a sec. There is no way you're getting tickets for that show, but I love your enthusiasm.
Okay,
That's bringing him down
I
to
have to go
earth.
back to work. So why don't I just talk to Patrick and then we shall regroup at some point? Because there's a lot of what-ifs to go through. Like, what if we don't agree on apartment decor or candle fragrance, etc.?
Totally.
I don't want to get too excited about this, but I will be putting our names down for that ticket lottery to see Carrie because Elle Fanning is supposed to be incredible
Elle
as the
Fanning?
foreman. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They are getting way ahead of themselves.
The floor is yours.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to say long time no see, but Mike's not here, and we've just met.
Well, it's good to have you here. I'm Bryce Wilson. This is my partner, Trip Campbell. Say hello to Advantage back.
Hi.
Hope the jet was Johnny Rose approved. Although I guess at this point, Coach would be Johnny Rose approved.
Oh, they're weak dicks.
Quite the tumble you took there, Johnny.
Could have happened to any one of us. But thank you for flying us in today.
Yeah, that was Mike's idea. I think he felt bad because he wasn't going to be here, you know?
Maybe we should get things moving. Hi.
Spoken like a true COO. Now, I'd like to introduce you to my team. This is Stevie Budd and Roland Schitt, and together we are
Roland Schitt.
Rosebud Motel Group.
Look, we read the information packet you sent through. Buying up local motels, dusting them off, and selling it as a boutique experience, right?
That's correct. So, Stevie, how do you feel about walking us through the projections?
Okay. So, you might be thinking to yourself, these motels are small. How and why should we invest? Well, that's a good question.
Hope so. We're all here.
Well, here's why. There are currently over 250,000 motels for sale across North America.
Sadly, it's a dying industry, but not one without potential.
Now, apply our reinvigoration model. Reinvigoration. Should I just wait till it unfreezes?
Billion-dollar company, yet none of us can stop technology from cacking out, am I right?
I'll get in touch with IT.
Okay.
What are you guys pumping in here? Pollen? Do you mind if I have some of that water there, please?
Roland, what are you doing?
Why don't we take 5, huh?
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll get this cleaned up.
Good.
Sorry, Mr. Rose.
No need to apologize. I think a quick 5 would be a good idea. Here we go.
I'm awfully excited for your family to move away.
We would be moving with them.
What?
Yeah, Alexis has already shortlisted apartments for us. One of them was featured in season 3 of Sex and the City.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
I thought
I
you
know,
was
it's a
gonna go
lot
talk to
to
Patrick.
process. I was overwhelmed at first
Not
as
tell
well.
him.
I mean, David, our business is here.
Okay, what, you don't want to go?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, you're just telling me that you want to uproot our entire lives, and it's just throwing me for a bit of a loop.
Okay, well, you know, at this point, it's just talk. So there's a good chance that the deal won't go through, in which case, you know, this was just a big waste of time. And frown lines. I thought you'd be excited. Would half a muffin help?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay, you took it, so that's a good sign.
David, I thought you was gonna talk to Patrick.
I know, he got ahead of
Look,
himself.
we can't let this bumpy start derail why we're here. And why are we
It's
here,
just a
Stevie?
slideshow. She could have hit
We
the.
have an idea.
You could've
No,
just pushed
because
it.
we
Yeah.
have a great idea. And they should be...
They should be lucky to have us.
Damn right.
Johnny, sorry to interrupt,
And they
but we're
could've
back up
practiced.
and running.
Oh, great.
Turns out
Okay.
it's just your computer just
Let's do it.
went to sleep.
So I came in 200 par, and that is with half the course underwater. It was ruined the whole trip. Horrible.
What course?
Ocean course in Kauai.
Ah, what hotel?
We got a villa at the St. Regis.
Ah, very nice. I've stayed there quite a few times.
Hmm.
Now, let me ask you, how many of you have stayed in a motel? Well, motels are small hotels without the golf courses, in case you... Well, good. So you're familiar at least. Now, when I say motel, what comes to mind? Rundown, unclean,
Exactly. Let me
unsafe?
just do it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Well, that's what I used to think. I always saw motels as a last resort, a dreaded pit stop. But I was wrong. Motels have the potential of offering a window into the unique charm of small town life. And that's exactly what the Rosebud Motel Group plans to do. Open that window and revitalize the classic roadside motel for a new generation. Turns out a couple of coats of paint and dusting off some mid-century furniture can go a long way.
That's right. We've seen a 400% increase in occupancy since we started marketing. And cleaning.
And if this is what we can do with one motel, just imagine
who
what
do
we can
think-
do with 10,000. I'm not coming to you for charity here, I'm coming to you with an opportunity.
Husband. He's out there trying to build back what we've lost. And I'm sorry, 5'10", slow talker.
Okay, I think they get it.
It's our turn to send him a betment.
It's just that this is feeling a bit desperate.
Can we do this without holding hands? No! He's worked so hard while the rest of us have just been flailing about.
I don't think that's accurate.
Absolutely not the case.
I implore you, please forward the following. John, my macho man, you don't deserve another failure.
John,
What
watch
is
your man.
What is happening?
Just go with it. John, we're here for you. Alexis, your hands as dry as an autumn leaf.
Ew.
Well, I'm just happy it's over, Stevie. Those rooms are never easy, but you were right there when I needed you.
Okay, I got my briefcase. Let's go. Where's the car?
Well, we still have a few minutes, Roland. We finished early. The car's not here yet. Can't wait to pop some champagne on that plane. We can finally start enjoying ourselves.
Johnny, let's not jump the gun just yet, okay?
Mr. Rose.
Ruth, did we forget something else?
Ruth, we don't need to be ushered out. We know where the door is. Come on, guys.
I just wanted to come out and personally thank you for your pitch.
Well, you're welcome. It felt like we really turned things around in there.
You certainly did. But between us, they won't be moving forward with the idea. How can they even decide that fast?
It's okay, Stevie.
They've turned down 1,000 good ideas.
I was in the room when they passed on Uber.
Wow.
Wow.
Shit.
I guess that's it.
I really shouldn't be saying this on company soil.
So that company
but
tried
two of the
it.
junior partners and I are in the process of starting our own firm. We've got the team, we've secured the capital, and we're planning on launching next month. And this is exactly the kind of project we're hoping to get.
Oh my
behind.
god.
Maybe I should wait to hear from Mike first.
Johnny, I think you should listen to her. Believe me, those people up there, they don't deserve to be in business with you.
Yeah. Damn, Roland.
I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a good vibe from her.
We would love to take you for lunch and hear more about your proposal.
Okay.
He's got to get rid of his old school stuff, babe.
Yeah.
He's got to let go of the past. He's got to let go of it.
What, Mike?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
all of the people tied to his past.
Yeah.
Is that... Could that be their limousine?
That's them.
That's
Oh, your father's insistence on telling us in person could so go either way. This threat of failure is inhumane. No, I think it's great. It's like deal or no deal, but with the rest of our lives.
But with the rest of our lives. It's happening.
John, no!
We're getting out of here. Actually, no. We're gonna have to keep living here because that's what we told
Damn
him.
right I am.
Oh my god.
Sealed the deal. It was really me.
It was really rolling.
We all did it.
Champagne! Champagne for all!
We only have champagne.
Champagne.
Champagne for all!
It has champagne.
Look at Patrick's face. Look at Patrick's face.
All right, that was episode 12 of Schitt's Creek, and wow, I thought it was gonna fall flat this episode right here, and it just wasn't gonna work out because those douchebags over there in the corporate office. I'm like, yeah, it's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Johnny killed it at the end right there. I thought that was good enough, at least for a company to be like, well, let's just start a little small.
Let's run
right?
the numbers.
Yeah, let's run
or
the
like
numbers.
even a real consideration.
Yeah, like, I mean, we ain't got to do 10,000 motels, right? Let's do a little bit, see if it work out. But I'm glad she came in, the secretary came in at the end right there and was like, well, they passed on Uber too. So like, okay, all right, cool. So we get where they at with it, right? They are bumblers. So fine. But then when you got the family over here, Moira, David, and all thinking about going to New York, it was just getting like it's gonna be too good to be true on that. But yeah, now Patrick doesn't want to go to New York, and I think that is totally fair too, right? Because David did not talk to him about it. He just came home and just kind of like spouted it out as if Patrick feels the same way about New York as David does, which he again, he's not considering his feelings at all on there. So I think they definitely gonna have to work that out on the next episode. But I'm glad it worked out at the end where the twist was. Starting our own firm, she came out and was like, we would love to consider that right there. So that is a deal already in the works, and that should just make all three of them happy. Stevie, Roland coming through in the end with the sentimentalness of being not a bumbler, and Johnny coming through with the pitch that got it all. And like you said, baby, he got to let the past go. And I think this is the point right here where it is going to happen. You got to let that past go right there because that's a great idea that they have. But now, I don't care about living in New York, and first of all, I've never been rich before, so I don't understand what David and Alexis and them like thing about going to New York, but just put me close to the water. I think that would be a happy medium with Patrick and David.
You're interjecting yourself down the situation.
If that was me. So, we can have a happy medium right there, especially if we're going to be supplying all the hotels. We can have a house anywhere you want. At that point, right, we be bowling. So, man, cannot wait. I did not think this episode was going the way it went, so I cannot wait to see how we conclude this thing in the upcoming episodes.
I'm so curious. We have 2 episodes left. 2 episodes left. I'm so curious to see how it plays out because Schitt's Creek, the place, has been so integral in like changing who the Rose family is and like bringing them back to their roots of like being real people and being a real family. And I feel like Johnny articulated that so well in his pitch that these 3 years have made this feel like a home. Yes, they were rich before and big mansions, but they were never a home. That was never a family dynamic in any way.
Yeah.
They've been more a family in these 3 years struggling than they were ever a family when they had everything they ever wanted.
That's true.
And to me, like, I'm just curious to see how it ultimately plays out, because the fact that Moira and Alexis and David were so angsty almost this episode about getting back to that.
Almost like they forgot about all the years
the last 3 years,
yeah,
and about all the people here that have supported them. And I feel like Patrick especially, what I would feel in that moment is that you were essentially settling because you couldn't go back to your old life. Like, you're only with me now because you didn't have any other choice, essentially.
Yeah, you was defeated.
And like, yeah, you want to take me with you, but that's not what that feels like either.
And then if we get back to New York, who knows? Are you going to turn back to your old
and like,
you and
maybe
just forget
I
about
don't
me?
fit. Like, I'm not from that lifestyle. Like,
I
I don't understand that lifestyle. So I would be really anxious, and I absolutely empathize with Patrick's hesitation and Patrick's reaction to the situation. And anybody there too, you know, like Twyla, everybody who were so invested in the Rose family, to feel like they're just like still at this point after 3 years in just ready to uplift and go back to their old lives would be painful. That would hurt. But as far as the things I really liked about the episode, I loved everything about the pitch. I loved everything about each one of them having a moment where they really shone. I thought Stevie coming through right when Johnny needed the pickup in the pitch, I thought was great. Johnny ultimately bringing the whole family dynamic and the family vibes. Roland coming through to have Johnny's back in such an authentic and like Roland type way. I even like where he had to backpedal for 1 second because he's like, hold up, we still want that jet plane back though.
Yeah.
But that ultimately I feel like is what sold the executive assistant on what they mean as a company culture and what she's seeking and what they're trying to build as a new business.
Love it.
So I thought that was just a great twist, and especially because she knew of the Rose video stores, and like that was something she grew up with. So again, that family dynamic, it felt like it carried through.
So that was a good innuendo right there.
Yeah, so like the whole family dynamic is ultimately what's creating this opportunity for Johnny and his family again. And the only reason they understand family dynamics now is because they've been in Schitt's Creek for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Like they would never be able to communicate and articulate what a family is before then, because that wasn't what they were. So just loved how all those elements came together, but just like so curious how this is going to play out, and whether they're going to be able to succeed in bringing all like the good vibes, because it's only 2 episodes left. So like I'm still like, where is it going? How is this going to resolve itself? So can't wait for the next episode.
Alright, well look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Schitt's Creek Season 6, Episode number 12, and until next time.